Okay folks, we are back in the shop and we're bringing you another repair video of probably one of the craziest things that I've laid eyes on in a while. This is the Rotronic, a revolutionary rotating speaker system produced by Musiconics or MCI International in Waco, Texas, the same people that brought you the Guitorgan. This is one of the mate pieces for the Guitorgan. I had never heard of this until I actually stumbled across the dealer information, and this is what came in the catalog. List price of $350. Comes with detachable legs, foot switch, and connecting cords. Well, here's the conundrum. This unit does not have the foot switch, and the foot switch is integral to its operation. As we look inside, I took the bottom off, and we'll spin around here, and you see that we have a single speaker. It's a 10-inch. It's down firing onto this rotating unit, so it's very Leslie-esque. It is a Leslie. It's just a solid state Leslie, really, more than anything. Think of your old Fender style, not your rotating cabinet for a Hammond or an organ with a top and a bottom. This is just a single 10-inch. There's no high-end cone. And as you see underneath here, it's a solid state. So, so what I've been doing is, with our testing meter and some probes, we figured out what the controls do. So as you look on the front here, you see your input and your output. We've got throughs, you've got your on-off volume, little LED light that means it's on, and then you've got these 6-pin Cinch Jones connection. That's the name of that style. You'll find them a lot on Fender Rhodes suitcase models with the amp in the base. So let's take a quick look at this thing and see what we've got here. We've got, obviously, you've got two motors. You've got a high speed and a low speed. Then you've got your solid state amplifier and preamp board here. Musiconics Bob Mueller, I'm gonna mess that name up, but the gentleman that created Musiconics, whose name escapes me currently, he used to work for Baldwin Organs a long time ago, which is where most of the parts for the Guitorgans are actually from, I believe. They are a lot of the same type of solid state circuitry. But all the guitar bodies were sourced from Japan, and as you can see, this amp as well is Japanese. It's basically your amp right there, and then here's your preamp with your board. That takes care of everything else, and then you've got a very large transformer up here. I don't see anything on the paperwork about wattage, and off the top of my head, I don't remember what that speaker is rated for that's in there. When I first got this unit, the speaker was blown. I was fortunate enough to be able to find a perfectly date correct, I think they were within a month of each other actually, replacement speaker. So the speaker that's in this unit is not the original speaker. However, it is original period date stamp correct for this unit. So the thing that makes this whole foot switch integral to this operation is the way that these pins are all laid out. And as you can see here, there's a whole bunch of wiring and stuff that you know, we go to this circuit strip here a lot of that breaks away. And what I've been able to do to figure out my pins are the way that this whole thing operates. So the foot switch that we're going to be building for this Rotronic will be a 3-button foot switch. The only information this right here gives doesn't even show a foot switch in it, and gives no information at all about what the foot switch should have been. So upon our signal tracing, what we've figured out here is that there are 6 pins on the connector. Only 5 of them are being used. This is as you are facing the unit here. So pin 1, 2, and 3, and then 4, 5, and 6. 4, 5, and 6 are my numbering, in case you're playing at home, playing along at home there. And it's laying on its side, so one of the motors was having some issues spinning. It might also just need to be cleaned. These appear to be pretty much the exact same motors that are used on Leslie, so if that's the case, quick little clean and oiling, and these guys will be right back together again. So we're gonna see, but this is what I've come to figure out. The switch we are going to build will be a 3-button foot switch. You will have a mute. So on this diagram, if you will, my pins 2 and 3 will be jumped through the foot switch. Pin 3 is sending power to the preamp. It actually has you'll see this little guy right here. This actually acts as a mute, or a circuit kill, if you will. So if pins 2 and 3 are not jumped at all, you are not going to get anything out of the machine. Then following that, we've got pin 5, which sends power to the motors, your high speed and your low speed motors. So just to make this a little bit funky and a little extra playable, but there will be 3 buttons. Your first button will be, okay, busy Monday here. A lot of things going on. So anyway, our foot switch, I don't remember where I was before I got interrupted by that phone call, sorry. Yeah, 6 pins on this connection. It'll be a 3-button. First button will be your mute switch, which will be the connection between 2 and 3 to shut that on and off. Center button will be a motor brake, so it'll kill power to the motors to shut them off completely, so you'll have a brake. And then your third switch will be motors high or low speed. So yeah, let's get to building a foot switch, huh? And whoosh, just like that, we are magically whisked away over here to the workbench, and we are going to start building this foot switch. So, started with the generic 3-button foot switch. This one is nice. I found this pretty cheap, inexpensive on the eBays. It's got little LED indicator lights on it as well to let you know that the unit is on, or that switch is on. I've already started with our magical P-Touch making stickers, so you can see what we are looking at. We've got brake and mute. Pretty simple. I larged out the hole a little bit more, and we've got a nice little rubber grommet in there to hold all the wires together and make everything nice and pretty. So we've got some wires, and the one most important thing, there she is, This is the Cinch Jones connector that we need to make this all work. So, iron is getting hot, and it's about that time. So I'm going to start soldering. Okay, we are back, and I think we've got everything completed here for our Rotronic, the rotating speaker that accompanies the Guitorgan. Based on the wiring, a couple things here, I figured out that I do not have the proper resistors to make the LEDs work for the brake and the speed, because it turns out these are actually taking regular wall 120 current. I thought the transformer would have downed them for these motors, but as it turns out they're not. So there's a pro tip: always meter for voltage whenever you're working on something that you don't have a schematic and you don't know all that much about. So what have we done? We have created this pedal. So we've got mute, which will actually mute the unit. The LED that I did have, the resistor was leaking, so it actually wouldn't properly mute. So I cut the so none of these LEDs are actually going to be working. However, got the Basemate 2 and we mute it, and now we'll bring it back. All right, brake is exactly that. You see, this is a rotating speaker that's not rotating, so we set up brake and speed here, so when I turn the brake off, we are rotating just like your regular Leslie type of speaker, and it's a 2-speed, so slow motor shuts down, fast motor turns back on, and we slow it back down, and pretty neat. There's your Leslie effect. There we go. And we just need to wrap this up, clean it up a little bit, and put a covering on this. All right, we are back. We've got our Rotronic all put back together. We've got our new pedal made. We're going to use these the Basemate pedal, and we have nothing because we are muted.